Today I'll be talking about how to enable EAM auto updates in Microsoft Intune, right? It's gonna be a completely practical guide. Before I start exploring all these things, if you guys are new to this, particular space, and I'm Sujin Ladath, and I'm a Microsoft Graph MVP. And if you are not connected over LinkedIn, right, so we can connect over there and send me a connection request. Let me get just started. 1 second. Why it's not okay. So this is my agenda for today. I'll talk about what is enterprise app management, right? You probably would know what is EAM or enterprise app management, but still I'll just give like a brief intro, and I'll talk about E3 and E5 licensing update, which you probably would have like read in LinkedIn and many articles, and Microsoft have already released a beautiful article about the E3 and E5 licensing update, and there's a huge update, right? So there's a huge change happen in E3 and E5, and what are the licensing requirement to use the EAM or enterprise app management. We'll cover that as well, and I'll show you how you can set up an auto update scenario, how we can set up an auto updates in enterprise app management or the EAM, and we'll have a complete demo over there. Okay, and we'll talk about the EAM first. As I said, what is EAM, enterprise app management? So we'll be doing we probably we would have already done lots of app installation, lots of app management through the Intune, right? But when it comes to a certain Win32 app management, it's always a crisis step wherein you would need to package the application. You would need to know the uninstallation command, installation command, and what else, everything, right? The detection method, everything. So it's gonna be little tedious task for us to get all the details, right? Either you probably connect with your packaging team, or maybe probably you yourself would test it and get the certain details before you package it, or maybe before you create a Win32 package in the Intune product. So the advantage of EAM, or maybe the enterprise app management, the Microsoft itself giving you everything right in advance, wherein you just you just need to select the application which you would like to deploy it. It's not something new. It's been years since it's released, and people are using it, and it's working very well. And you have 1,000+ application in the catalog, wherein you can just choose the Win32 application, and everything is kind of a pre-packaged, right? So when I say pre-package, the installation command, uninstallation command, detection rule, what are the requirement, the return code, everything is there. Everything is there. You don't need to do anything. Just select the application, deploy to your security group, and that's it. You're done, right? And what is new here? And when it comes to EAM auto updates, I'll talk about that in a moment. But when it comes to autopilot integration, maybe when it comes to full life cycle management, right? EAM works well, and wherein it will make your life easy, it will make your business easy. When it comes to the new part, right? So I already mentioned that it's not something new. I mean, the EAM, it's not something new. But what's new? There's something called auto update, wherein you can manage your application, so you can update your application automatically with the help of EAM. And updating, or maybe like managing the updates or managing the applications of it's always a pain point for us, right? And we use lots of third-party tools. There are many third-party tools who it's literally helping us, right? Here, without having any third-party tool, without paying any extra money, right? You can use the EAM now, and you can make sure that all your updates which deployed through the EAM are up to date. I'm going to show you that in a moment, right? So what are the Microsoft 365 E5 and E3 licensing update starting July 1st onwards, right? I mean, you probably would have seen that, right? The Intune suite capabilities are into the E3 and E5 with no cost, no extra cost, right? So whatever you're paying. Having said that, Microsoft has lightly increased the cost of E3 and E5 license that you probably would have seen, but still, right? You are not paying anything extra for the suite license. You are not paying anything extra for all the PKI or whatever it was there in the the Intune suite. So with that said, when you have only the E3, most of the organization have the E3. I know that, right? But you are not going to get an EAM license or maybe enterprise application management. So what you would get with E3? So you would still get the the Intune suite features like a remote help and advanced analytics, wherein you can write your own KQL stuff and get the details, right? When it comes to property catalog or maybe the inventory management, right? So the KQL or with the advanced analytics would help us a lot, trust me, right? But when it comes to E5, you are getting a full pack of Intune suite, wherein you just purchase the E5, and with the E5 you are getting like EPM, right? And wherein you are getting EAM and you're getting the cloud PKI, and you are getting the additional advanced tools wherein like remote tools and everything, right? And a little bit of security, a copilot stuff as well. So it gonna help you a lot, I know, right? And with that, with this license, you probably would be able to explore the endpoint, maybe the enterprise app management, or maybe like an auto update feature a lot, right? And as I mentioned here, specifically for the EM, since we are talking about enterprise app management, you would need the E5 license, right? E5 license, or you would need the like a standalone license. Wherein if you are someone who don't have the E5 license, you probably have to purchase the standalone license. Okay, and yeah, obviously it required a extra license when it comes to, E3 scenario, when it comes to a plan 1 or plan 2 scenario, where you're not purchased E5 yet. Okay, and when it comes to auto update, working, so say Microsoft release a new version, right? The new version would have already published to the enterprise app catalog. When you're not going to get notified stating like, the Microsoft's not going to send an email stating that, hey, we have released a new version. It's not like that. Microsoft will be taking care of everything automatically, without any notification, without any prior information, right? The Intune would detect the new released version, and it will target to the devices, target to the security group which you already deployed, right? Which you already deployed, and it would get updated automatically. That's what gonna happen now, right? So how it used to work previously, even EM had this auto update feature, but you have to package it. When I say package it, you have to repackage it, right? You have to repackage it and deploy to the security groups manually. But now this process has been completely automated, wherein you no need to do anything. You just like, when you're setting up the application, when you're packaging the application, when you're deploying the application, you just say that I need the auto update, and that's it, right? I'm going to show you that. So how to enable the auto updates, which I will give you in a demo, right? A detailed demo. But just log into the Intune Administrator, right? Go to the all apps and create a new applications. You guys are pretty familiar with this particular scenario, right? And select the platform, which has to be Windows, no doubt at all, right? Once you select the Windows, right, so you will get a list of application types wherein you select the enterprise app catalog app, and that's it, right? So then you search for the applications, you search your application which you would like to deploy now, and you do your settings. I'm going to show you the settings in a moment, and assign it to the security group, right? It's pretty clear, it's straightforward process, right? And see it in action. I don't have a lot of theoretical stuff here. As I said, I'm in my application here, right? It's my application panel, right? So what I'll just click on all apps, right? And when I click on all application here, right, just create an application that you would like to add it here. I'll just select Windows, and I'll just drag down. I'll select enterprise catalog app, right? This is something new for us. Okay, I'll select, and here, see, this is the app catalog, this is the enterprise app catalog, wherein I would search for the applications. I would search for Power BI, right? And you can search for any application. It's my bad. Okay, you see the Power BI, Microsoft Power BI desktop. Okay, I'll just select this, right? And when you select the applications, as soon as you select the application, it will be automatically like, automatically you will get the configuration panel wherein you would see the architecture, right? So here it is 64-bit, and when you select the architecture here, you have to select that manually, right? Just keep in mind, when you just select that, this is something new for us. We were getting the select application, the configuration options even before as well. We were doing that. We had we have lots of application. Previously we had lots of application. Even now Microsoft is always adding new application to the catalog, right? So we were using this, but now is something new, which is updates. The very first option here, right? So you could see a message over here, which is this selection is a one-time choice for the application. What does that mean? If you select an application here, guys, right? So if you wanted to reconfigure it, if you wanted to change the the selection here, you have to repackage it, right? So you have no option to unselect or maybe change the settings once it is set, right? So it's just a one-time settings, meaning that if you're selecting automatically update now, it's going to be a permanent setting here, right? For this particular application, I would say automatically update. There are one more option, which is update with the supersedence. When you select the update with the supersedence, right, so you have to, I mean, still it would work automatically, but there is there are little manual intervention would require wherein you have to package it, Win30 to package it, right? I mean the EAM package it. That has to be done manually. But if you just see here, there are lots of information about installation and installation commands and all. I would just go ahead and choose automatically update, right? When I just select this one, right? You see I'm getting information about the application description, publisher, app version, and everything. If you want to add the notes, if you want to add the owner, if you want to add the logo, you can still do that. And if you still wanted to change the name of the application, right? So there are some certain organization they wanted to, they probably would do the deployment, right? Or maybe they would create an application based on a certain naming standard, right? You can just still select it and change it. But when I just select a program, there is no option at all. This is completely hidden for you, right? So previously it used to populate us, right? It used to just you would get prompt, right, stating this is your installation command, this is your uninstallation command, wherein you can just change it if you really need it, right? So if you're certainly sure about the uninstallation command or maybe the installation command, you had the option to put it, you had the option to edit it. Now that option is not there, literally not there. Okay, so now you see the requirement detection, these two options are not editable, wherein you don't have option to edit it, right? So it's when I just click on next, you see the magic here. I'm just directly jumping into the scope tag, right? So wherein the requirement and the detection options are not for me. That makes sense to me because Microsoft is taking care of the auto update, right? So since Microsoft is taking care of the auto update, you no need to make any changes in the detection rule. You no need to make any changes in the requirement. You no need to make any changes in the programs as well. So if you're someone taking care of the update of this application, so yeah, you can do that because you know what is the detection rule, you know what is the requirement, you know the programs, right? So since Microsoft is making all these changes, right, Microsoft don't want to break it, right? So that would be the reason that's completely blocked us, right, wherein you don't change anything in the requirement or the detection rule. Okay, I will just click on the supersedence, and if you really need to add the supersedence, you can do that. It doesn't really make any sense to me here for this particular example, right? And I would just assign to a particular application, so sorry, a particular security group if you really need it here, right? I mean, whatever the security group, if you want to deploy to all devices, which I don't recommend, right? If you want to certainly deploy to a certain security group or maybe a certain mission, you can just do that. Click on add group and select the group and do the deployment, and that's it. So as and when Microsoft release a new version of this particular Power BI, right, automatically the new version would get updated to the device. So that's what would happen. So let me just go back here. I'll quickly show you something very interesting, right? When I just click on the monitor, right, so you would see something really new here, something Enterprise App Catalog app with the update. Right. So what does that mean? This is your report. Okay. When I just click on this, this particular one, right? It'll give me the option, or maybe it'll give me the list of application which is, or maybe which would need the update, which is already outdated. You see, I have three applications, which is GitHub CLI, and I have another application which is 7zip, and the third one is Power BI Desktop, which I already made it. So you see the provisioned version, which are already which I already packaged. So and so version is already there in my catalog, right? So if you're someone who would like to update to the latest version, right? So you can just come here and repackage it, right? You can just go for a particular application and package it and deploy to the security group, and I'm pretty sure this will make your life easy, this will make your business easy, right? And wherein you will not be touching the application once it's deployed. The Microsoft itself, the Intune itself, right, enough capable to take care of the application deployment or maybe application update automatically, right? So that's all about Enterprise App Catalog apps, and it was a very quick session and a short session. And if you have any doubt, we can talk about that. If not, I'm done with my session.